Good morning, everybody. It's Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I said I was going to do this video yesterday, but yesterday morning I woke up and I was just sick as could be with some kind of head cold trying to take a hold. So I just took, because it's all I had, the nighttime cold medicine that we had on hand, and basically slept all day yesterday. So I thought I would come on now and go over what I've done with my cart, and we'll see what we can get into. Might just bring you, because it rolls pretty easy. Let me get on the handle side of it. And we can roll it around, and it's fully loaded and it doesn't bind up or anything, so I love that. And then last night at Harbor Freight, Scott wanted to go, he let me get some of these magnetic hooks, and I'm just putting them there, and I've got like my bull clip, and I thought I had two of these, but I'm not sure what happened to the other one, but I need to get some more of those at some time, not anytime soon. And then let's start at the top. I got one of these paint organizers at Michael's before I stopped working there, and I wish I had some more, because this tub over here is acrylic paints as well. I'm debating whether to leave them in the tub or just take them out and setting them in there. I have a feeling they would just make a mess. I did cut the mat up, the yoga mat that Scott had gotten, and it was enough to do the top shelf and the middle shelf, but not the bottom shelf. I've got little shorty pieces. I guess I could just like lay them in there, but I decided I wasn't going to. But we might revisit the leftovers of the yoga mat in a later video. I have an idea and I want to try it out before I share it. So this is my acrylic play paints, I call them. You know, just the crafty type paints that I would spend more time in mixed media with or on craft projects. And that, again, this is just a tub of the same craft paints. And then on the end, I've got one of the brush drying racks. I just combined the two words. I'm having one of those days. And I just put all of the brushes I use for crafty projects. I have fine art brushes, but I'm putting them on the bottom shelf, because if my niece comes over, I'm going to tell her the bottom shelf is off limits because it's the more expensive products and items. But I also have, these are some folk art fine line detailers. Those really need to go on the bottom. That's what she got into last time she was over. I've got some foam brushes back there, and I've got my rub and buffs, which I don't know if I'll let her use, but I want to keep them at the top for me, easy access, because I like to use them. So I might just tell her she can't use those because they are kind of strong and smell, and I don't know what they do to her delicate child skin. The next shelf down, I'm going to just lower y'all a little bit. The next shelf down has got, I got gesso here, and then things like, that's another thing of gesso. What is this here? This is modeling paste. Gesso, modeling paste, and then these are other modeling paste. I think there's a crackle paste and then a texture paint. This is my tub of things I've gathered from around the house just to make texture and interest in mixed media things. So that's what that is. That's my tub of that. And I keep my Q-tips and straws. This I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and my idea was to turn this into a watercolor palette that I could carry with me, but I need to get another package of these little things. So I don't know if it'll work, but it was an idea I was going to try out because I thought that would be really cool. I've got watercolor in tubes and in crayon form. I think there's some gouache paint. This is a watercolor that's got the iridescence to it. Some cheap old, you know, Crayola type kids watercolors are there. And I think this on the bottom is watercolors too, the Reeves watercolors. So that's there. That tube's just about shot. I don't know if I can get any more out of it. It's the Artist Loft modeling paste, and I think I'll just cut the tube and try to use it up. I've got my color mixing book here that I want to start utilizing more and learning more about. Underneath that is a tub that has my silks in it that I've gotten so far. I don't have a lot, but I like to use those for like accents on things. Okay, I'll just turn it a little bit here. And then I've got just Crayola chalk down there, here. This tub that I thought about using for 6-inch paper packs, I decided instead to put all my sprays in it, so they're easier for me to get to. And I've got some masking fluid there. Now the bottom shelf, the very bottom shelf, is the finer art type paints. Most of them are student grade, but Scott did spend some money and got me some Liquitex and Blick Artist acrylics last Christmas, and then I didn't get to utilize them as much as I thought I was going to because we are in this middle of this move. So, but my fine art brushes are laying in here for right now, and I've got color wheel down here, a creative palette. It's kind of like a jelly plate, but it's for by Stampendous. I need to look up and see exactly how they decide to use it. I've got an old book under there, some sheetrock tape, and some ventilation tape. And then I've got like my Mod Podge and what's it called? Matte Media. I got some starch down there, and then I've got my Krylon spray finish under there. So that's how I loaded up my cart. I know some people wanted to see, you know, what all I got on it. I'm almost tempted to, once we get settled, get a second one that would be for just materials like paper and odds and end bits that I could just grab from, but I'm going to think on it. I've got time. It's not like we're moving into a permanent home of our own anytime soon as things are going. Just a update on what's happened. We went down for New Year's to our house in Casey and to spend some time with Scott's mother and his sister. And when we got back up here, the furnace was not on. That was Sunday night. Well, Monday, everybody's still on holiday. And then Tuesday, I finally got a hold of the furnace man that Adele had used before. And he came out, and it turns out the igniter on our old furnace has gone. So he left. He said he'd call me back, and he called back, and he said they found an igniter. It needed an igniter, but they wouldn't get it until late today. So he will be out tomorrow. And as soon as he finishes and I make sure everything's running good and I've paid him and all, then I've got to drive down to our house in Casey because I've ordered a dishwasher and a stove for that house. And I've got to be down there Friday when they do the delivery on it because I got to inspect it and make sure they haven't dinged them up. And the stove we are paying to have installed, just to save Scott a little bit on his back and stuff. We decided not to do the dishwasher because for some reason, I guess it's because we don't spend enough on a dishwasher to justify them doing the free installation, but the stove was free installation. So I'm doing the free installation on it. The dishwasher, I just will get them to unbox it in the kitchen and leave it there until Scott comes down, and then we will put that in. And I will get Greg to remove the old appliances because they want to charge for you to like even move the old appliances to another room. They want to charge you for that. And I understand they're in the business to make money, but sometimes it gets a little ridiculous the way stores do. You know, you're spending thousands of dollars. It seems like they could like even haul it off for free, but they don't. They charge you to haul it off. So anyway, that's enough of me griping. We're making progress on ideas of how to get the house ready to sell a lot quicker. We had hoped to have it listed by January 1st, but then things have happened to where I haven't been able to be down there. Scott's injured himself. You know, it's just all, time is not adding up. I don't have enough hours in the days or in the weeks. So hopefully by summer, I'm thinking now June maybe, get it on the market. Maybe by then I can have the yard looking really, really nice and the bushes all trimmed nice, beds, put stuff down around the bushes. I don't know why I can't think of the mulch around the bushes and that kind of stuff. All right, I'll let you go. Bye.